Hey guys, James Reed with TTR Sotheby's International Realty. Today we are in Arlington, Virginia, covering the top neighborhoods in North Arlington, so that's north of Route 50. We're going to focus heavily on the Wilson Boulevard corridor where the orange line is, as well as some neighborhoods north and south of that have single family as well as new construction and development going on. By the end of this video, you will know the housing options available and what neighborhoods will work for you. Okay guys, the first neighborhood on the list is Rosslyn. It is right across from DC. You can walk over to Georgetown from the Key Bridge. Now, Rosslyn is mostly condos, so don't hold out any hopes to find townhouses or single-family homes here. It is also home to the tallest buildings in Arlington, as you can see. It does have a mix of property ranges, so there is affordability here as well as high-end luxury properties, with the currently highest priced property at $7 million, which is a luxury condo that has panoramic views of Georgetown, Roosevelt Island, as well as the monuments. If you like walkability, you like conveniences, you like everything right at your feet, Rosslyn could be right for you. Okay, next on our list is Courthouse. It's famous for having the courthouse, but it also has movie theaters, restaurants, shops, bars, grocery stores. It is full of high-rise condo buildings and townhouses. It is not like Rosslyn in the respect where there's a lot of offices here. Rosslyn's very heavy with the commercial section of offices and office buildings. It's very light here for that. This is full of individuals, couples, families that reside in this neighborhood. The affordability is pretty good for the area as well, ranging between about $400,000 all the way to about right around $1.4 million for the luxury townhouses in this neighborhood. And you're going to find a lot of walkability, a lot of parks, a lot of areas for dogs and outdoor activities in Courthouse that you will not find in Rosslyn. All right, next on our list is Clarendon. Now, Clarendon is probably the most famous for its nightlife and entertainment. Behind me, you can see Clarendon Ballroom, Spider Kelly's, Don Tito's, all great venues if you want to go out late with friends. It's also, you have Whole Foods, Apple Store, a lot of those higher end stores are in Clarendon. Now, for housing, you have a lot of luxury condos right off the metro as well as townhouses. You're not going to find a lot of single family homes. That's going to be just north of us in Lyon Village, which we'll talk about next. But in this area, it's really famous for entertaining. So if you're going to live here, you're going to have a lot of friends that are come here and congregate with you. And there are a lot of parks, a lot of outdoor activities. Clarendon is certainly the most famous of the neighborhoods on the Wilson Boulevard corridor. So if you're choosing to live here, you're choosing to have a very active lifestyle. Okay, next on our list is Lyon Village. Now, Lyon Village is just north of Clarendon. It is walkable to it in just a matter of minutes. But have you noticed the difference between Lyon Village immediately from Clarendon? It is very quiet here. It has a very suburban feel. You have mostly single family homes in this neighborhood, and this neighborhood is right around the $2 million price range. Some below, some above it. Behind me, you can see a new development by Cherry Hill Custom Homes. This lot was purchased at $1.6 million, and it's going to be listed at, ding, 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 4.2. That's right, 4.2 million. There is other new development going on in this neighborhood with this empty lot behind me here. But there are a lot of houses here that you don't need to tear down that are perfectly move-in ready, that you have the quaintness of a suburban neighborhood where you have garages, you've got sidewalks, you've got parks, you've got daycare centers here, you've got all the things that you would want to have, plus Clarendon close by, so you have all the neighborhood restaurants, shops, bars, but you don't have all the hustle and bustle of the nightlife of Clarendon in Lyon Village. Okay, next on our list is Lyon Park. Lyon Park is south of Clarendon, where Lyon Village we were just at was north of it. It has a lot of single family homes, as you can see, but it also has multifamily properties, so condo buildings, apartments, things of that nature. Also, a key difference between Lyon Park and Lyon Village, if you look around, you will see that the lot sizes are much smaller here than in Lyon Village. Lyon Village, you have a lot of quarter-acre lots, some are bigger. Here, you're around the 1/6 and some are an 1/8 of an acre, so much more narrow space for your properties. As a result, you have lower property values, you have smaller houses here, so you have a lot of houses in the low ones, some in the twos. You're not going to find any in the $3 million range, which you will have many in Lyon Village, where that neighborhood is predominantly a $2 million neighborhood. This one's in low ones, maybe 1.5. And as you can see with the smaller lot sizes, you don't have garages attached by and large, so you have driveways here. Okay guys, next on our list for neighborhoods off of the Orange Line corridor is Virginia Square. Now, Virginia Square gets overlooked a lot. It's the smallest neighborhood on the Orange Line corridor. It's famous now for having George Mason's Law School. It is mostly all condos here, but I put it in terms of affordability, more affordable than, say, Courthouse. The price ranges in this neighborhood are around $375 all the way up to $1.1 million for the most luxurious condo you're going to find. But what is nice about Virginia Square? Why would you choose this neighborhood versus others on the Orange Line corridor? It is more quiet. I mean, don't get too distracted by the construction to my right here where they have new construction going in. It is more quiet. It doesn't have the booming nightlife of Clarendon, but that is only one stop away. It doesn't have all the neighborhood restaurants and bars, but you can walk to that. You can take the metro there. If you want to have comfortable, quiet living, then Virginia Square is right for you. All right, guys, the last stop today on the Orange Line corridor that we're covering is the neighborhood of Ballston. Now, Ballston has been going under a lot of redevelopment since 2015 with the Ballston Corridor redevelopment plan by Arlington County. Essentially, they redid the facade, all the malls dilapidated. They put a really awesome pedestrian bridge in. They've done a lot of new development behind me. You can see these really large buildings that they were just not here years ago. Now, in terms of the neighborhood mix, there's a lot of condos. There are some townhouses and single-family homes that are also walkable to here, with the neighborhood pricing going up to about $1 million right now. But the affordability of most of the condos is around $500,000. So if I were an investor, if I were looking for a place to invest on the Orange Line corridor, I would be choosing Ballston right now for the future appreciation as well as the positive cash flow you would get from the tenants that would be in place. This area is also very strong in the commercial section, so you have a lot of offices here. You've got an Accenture that's got a space here, a whole building here. You've got a lot of things going on in Ballston right now. All right, guys, we're in our next neighborhood, which is Yorktown, which is far different than Ballston. We're located about 5 minutes northwest of there via driving. There is no metro in this neighborhood at all. You're going to be completely car dependent. Now, inside the neighborhood itself, there are sidewalks. It's very walkable in here. There's a shopping center close by if you're on the right side of the neighborhood. It's also home to Yorktown High School, which is the highest ranked high school in Arlington County. A lot of families will move here so they can send their kids to that high school. But you'll see the houses themselves are on the smaller lot size here. It's a quarter acre or less. The pricing is low ones all the way to about $2 million for the single family homes in this neighborhood, with the opportunity for some new development to push that a bit higher, but you're going to be comfortable in the ones in this neighborhood by and large. There are lots like this which are available. Well, this one is not available on the market, but there are lots like this that are present that have the opportunity to build either up to 6 units multifamily housing now with the missing middle legislation that was passed, or you can throw in a big McMansion if you want and build whatever you want to your heart's content. But by and large, this is what most of the neighborhood represents behind me. So if you don't mind driving, if you don't mind having to go a little bit to all the shops, restaurants, and bars, if you want a very suburban feel, then Yorktown could be the neighborhood for you. Okay, guys, we are in our last neighborhood of the day, which is Williamsburg. Williamsburg is a little west of Yorktown, which we just left. This is also predominantly single-family pricing here. Now, this neighborhood, though, is a price point up above Yorktown. It's actually most similar to Lyon Village, if you remember that from earlier, with the newer construction properties in this neighborhood going for $2.5 to $3.5 million. You have a lot of new development, which is similar to this property here that's already been done, and then as well as this one that's going in, which is a little different because it's reusing part of the original structure. Now, if you want a single-family property in this neighborhood under $1 million, more than likely it's going to be pretty dated, and it'll be an as-is property, and more than likely a tear-down. So you've got that all the way up to that, and new properties like this here that are well above $2 million in this neighborhood. Now, what don't you have in this neighborhood? You obviously don't have the metro, right? Everything is car dependent here. It's a very suburban feel. We're at the edge of Arlington County. We're right up against Fairfax County. So this neighborhood, I would also put most similar to, say, McLean in Fairfax County, but it's not McLean. You're zoned to Arlington, so you're gonna have Arlington County schools, Arlington County resources, not Fairfax County. But if you want a suburban feel, if you want to be able to have a huge house and make your own way through the neighborhood, then this could be right for you. All right, guys, thanks for spending the time with me today to cover these neighborhoods in Arlington, these top neighborhoods in Arlington. Hopefully by now you've had enough information, you've seen enough of the neighborhoods to make a determination of what would be the best fit for you and your unique circumstances. If you have any questions about the neighborhoods, if there's other neighbors you want to see or anything about Northern Virginia, feel free to reach out to me in the contact information below. And until next time, I hope to see you around town.